Hi, there's Survivor from Scrappy Mania, and today I have this page here that in my previous video I went ahead and used some bleeding tissue, as you can see here, and I cut some shapes. By the way, the best way to cut tissue, you can really use your punch. It does work a little bit, but not as well as if you use scissors or die cutters. So I would not recommend using, your punch to punch out shapes. So one thing you can do is you can use your punch to cut out a cardboard shape and then use that cardboard to cut out your images, and that seems to have worked best for me. So anyhow, I went ahead and put bleeding tissue on here, and I'll put the link of the tissue, and then I sprayed it with water, and look, it left like ghost images of the shapes. I really like how that came out. So now I'm ready to compose something here. I'm not sure what I want to do. I do want to see if I can make a mixed media doll. I need to kind of learn a little more how to create these dolls. So that's what I'm going to do here, I think will work nice here. So I'm going to go ahead and use a book. And I'm going to go ahead and use this Figure It Out book. I'm going through a lot of different books that I have on hand, and just to learn how to draw. And I do like this book, helps you learn how to create the shapes. So I'm going to attempt to see if I can create the face using this book here. This is by Chris Art. It's Figure It Out, The Beginning Guide to Drawing People. And I have that, plus I have Jane's Davenport book, plus I do have also the Julie Nutting book, which is back here somewhere, but it's the collage book that she has. I also got this other book that also is very helpful for drawing out images as well. So let me go ahead and see if I can compose that face in this background, and then I'm more than likely going to have to use gesso to go over her face so that way I can color in it. And actually I may not have to, so let's see what happens in this page. So I'm going to speed up the video. You're not going to see me being able to draw with a pencil, but hopefully you will see the rest of when I color it in. You'll be able to see that. So right now I'm just creating an oval. So you go ahead and do a round egg shape, and then when you do your center line, do it more, you'd make your center line more to the left, so that way she looks like she's looking towards the left of your paper. And then I'm starting with the eyes, and I'm borrowing from Jane's Davenport how she creates those eyes. And I love Jane's artwork, I really do. So I'm trying to kind of incorporate some of her art, her way of drawing with my mixed media dolls. I always have an issue with the nose. I don't know why, but the nose is always my weakest point when I create these dolls. And then you want to create like a nice little skinny chin. Your ears should be around the level of your eyes, below the lower level of your eyes. And then the neckline starts kind of behind the ear a little bit, or before you get to the ear, like you can see there. And then the other side of the neckline goes a little before the chin area. So now I was planning to use watercolors to paint her face, but because my background is so busy, I decided to use these oil pastels, and there are water-soluble. These are the portfolios. I do love these portfolios. They're very creamy and nice. And so I'm using these to color. And here I'm just showing you that when you use your oil pastels, I'm using not my best brand of watercolor brushes, because I really don't want to get these messed up. And I did buy some new watercolor brushes. I got the Mimics brushes from Jerry Arorama. And I also got an Escoda, and it's a rigger brush. And that one cost me, that was the most expensive brush I ever owned. It cost me $18. With shipping, it was $23. So that's why I didn't want to use it here. So I'm using my old little acrylic round brush, and I wanted to mix some gesso. When you mix gesso with these oil pastels, they really become a little more opaque, and they blend nicely. So that's what I'm doing. And then I have a little acrylic block like you see here that I use as my palette, and I go ahead and put my white paint or my gesso. And actually, I'm not using gesso. What I'm using is Pro White paint that I got it at Jerry's some time ago, and it's water soluble, so that works very nicely for me. And that's what's in that little jar that I showed earlier. So here I'm trying to put some highlights on her cheeks, blending it with a little bit of pink, and I'm putting her lip. When you do the lips on your mixed media doll, always remember that the top lip is a little darker than the bottom lip. So actually concentrate the color on your upper lip, and then just use the rest of the paint that's left on your brush for the bottom lip, and it makes it look more natural. I wanted to use blue because blue really went well with the background, and as you can see, it harmonized a little better by using blue for her hair. And then she needed a little more outlining, so I wanted to make the lines a little darker, so I'm using my charcoal pencil that I got at Jerry's, and I'm outlining her face, and see how it really made her stand out once I did that. And I'm just drawing in some strands of hair and then blending it in the back of the hairline. It's always a little darker, and that's what I'm shading a little darker with my charcoal pen. Back as I was playing more with the image, and one of the things I wanted to highlight her bangs, so I went ahead and put some more of this Pro White and blended in with the background oil pastels, the water soluble oil pastel, because you can put more water on here and it will still react. So you're going to have to put some kind of varnish on top if you don't want it to react anymore. But because I was able to make it react with water, I really blend in some white highlights around her hair area to highlight her face. I did put some more white underneath her eyes and around her nose and on her lips, and then I put some more white and blended it in around here to give it a little more subtle lightness to her skin tone to make her look more realistic, or just to make her look a little better than just a flat painted image. I wanted to give her a little more dimension with highlights. So I'm done with this, officially done with this page. So I really like how my dog came out. I love how her face came out like an apple. It's really, I like this area here came out pretty nice, and this here. I think this time I did get the proportions correct, and I do like how her eyes came out. They're different eyes than the one on the book here, as you can see, because I borrowed from Jane Davenport's style of creating eyes, and that's what I use for here. So this is more of the Jane Davenport style, and then I just borrowed from the Figure It Out book for the face, the oval, and the hairline. So that's what I use. So using a combination of different drawing books will help you develop your own style. I think I am going more into how I like these mixed media dolls. I really like them with the big eyes and cute little face with a small little chin. So I hope you like it, and thank you for watching. Bye now.